Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounded. So we got a few setups we're looking at right now. We're mainly going to be looking at GU and NAS currently. All right, we sounding good. All right, cool. So NAS just broke this level, so we see we can hold 24,900 as resistance. Hopefully don't try to take off right now. That'd be nice. It just broke this level. So we're going to be looking at possible sells right here. I'm actually going to adjust this to that loss. We don't need it that big. So we're going to be looking at NAS and GU right now. GU just broke this level. So we're going to be looking for GU sells here, and then NAS just broke the level. So we're going to be looking for NAS100 sells currently. We're currently looking at NAS and GU. Potential sales of NAS can close and hold 24,900 as resistance. We're going to be looking for continued sales going to 24,800. We're just going to be picking up where you left off yesterday. And then with GU, we're going to be looking for sales that we can hold 31.25 as resistance. We're going to be looking for sales going down to 31. All right, so we got two potential setups right here. You already know the drill. Make sure to like the live. As you hop up in here, subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, we're almost at 4,200 subscribers. We can get to that easily. Again, this is why we don't break out trade. We want to wait for the break and retest to break and hold. I do like NAS100 right here, so we're about to see if we can hold this level. As far as news today, let's take a look. Yes, we don't got no news today. So we're simply just waiting for volume and our confirmations to be met. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. Looking to see how this closes right here. Now we could see buys on GJ here. I'd much rather look for buys if we can break above 203.50. But buys here isn't invalid either at 203.10. It's just a higher probability setup if we can hold 203.50. That's the only thing. So again, right now we're looking at NAS for possible sells, and then GU for possible sells right now. The order we're going to be looking for buys. We're going to look to see if we can break above and maintain 4180 as support. If we can look for buys going to 4194. So we got a few setups we're looking at right here. A new 15 about to pop up in a minute. Yeah, so we're going to just pay attention to NAS right now. I got a one-on-one session. Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was at 5. Did you change it to 4? Because I just saw it before we went live. But I thought it was 5 though. But if it's 4, it's still fine. I'm gonna send you the link on Telegram. All right. I always send you the link on Telegram. Make sure to have Zoom on your computer, and then we're gonna get straight into it. Yeah, I know it's at 4. I saw it before I started the live and double checked. Because I saw you rescheduled it. So NAS is trying to sneak off without us, but that's fine. Again, we don't chase price. So we're paying attention to GU as well. So we're about to see how GU closes here also. NAS is a little too far for entry for me. I want it to be a little bit closer. There we go. That's a better entry actually. Let's see how this 15 closes. Got a new 15 about to pop up. I'm liking both these setups right here. Yeah, that thing fucking gapped hard. Yeah, a little too far from the entry point. This is what we was looking for, but it's a little too far, so we're gonna just wait for a retest. If it doesn't retest, we're gonna look for sales for the next spot. Because risk reward is very important, y'all. So we're gonna wait for a retest. If not, we're just gonna look for sales down here. Either way, we're looking for sales as long as we can hold this level. 4130, 4125 is resistance. But there's no rush to take any setups. Again, we're up for the week. We're up for the month, so there's literally no rush to jump to setups. It didn't do a retest. Just a slight retest, but yeah, we're gonna wait for a retest or a break at the next level. So I'm going NAS100 right here. I just see how gold reacts right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. We need charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new video dropping for y'all today. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Y'all should see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_away, TikTok _playmakeraway_. So yeah, we're gonna be waiting for some retests here, y'all. We're looking for some retests here. And this is also why I didn't really want to look for a buy setup here. Much rather look for a buy setup right here. I like this NAS setup. I like this gold setup as well. So there's a few potential setups here. Whoops, that's the wrong time frame. Do not do that shit. Alright, gold just broke this level. See if gold can hold this level as support right here. We got NAS about to do a retest. Alright, so yeah, we're not gonna look at GBPJPY until our latest data. So we're paying attention to gold and NAS right here. I like both of these setups. Yeah, so after I end this live, I'm gonna send you the link. Alright. Yeah, so GU we're not gonna mess with today. GU we're getting sucked back into reversal territory. So the only way we would go for GU sales is if we break below 202.20. Gold just broke this level here. See if we can hold this right here. I like this right here. And that's just doing a retest. Yeah, I like these setups here. New 5 minute about to pop up. Oops. I like these setups here. Five. Yeah, so we got a few levels we're gonna break right here. Yeah, NAS is moving. Didn't tap the level like I was looking for. Same thing with GU. That's why we didn't take these setups. They're doing what we're looking for, but they didn't retest. This almost retested that level. So when GU hits this level, we're either going to look for price to retrace and retest 31.30, or if we can break below and hold 31.10 as the resistance, we're going to be looking for sales to the downside. We're looking for sales either way, as long as we stay below 3130. Your NAS took off. It's all good. And then for those that's like, oh, you should have just broke out traded. Look what would have happened if we would have broke out traded literally right before this. Would have got fucked up. What would have happened? Would have broke out traded here. Would have got fucked up. Would have got fucked up. Would have got fucked up. So again, just because it would have worked out this time, what about all the other times it didn't work out? Right? Again, what's the percentage of it working out? That's one thing you have to know. Just because it's happening this time or happened one time, okay, but how many times out of 30? How many times out of 10? How many times out of 100 does it work? You see what I'm saying? Again, trading is about probabilities and it's percentages, right? What is the probability and the likelihood of it working out? So we're going to be looking to see if we can hold 3110 as resistance, or if we can retest 3130. Those just joining the stream, we have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. Appreciate y'all liking the live. Make sure to like the live if you haven't already and subscribe. We're almost at 4,200 subscribers. We can get to that easily. All right, again, what would have happened? Would have broke out traded here. Would have got wicked out, right? So again, just because it worked out this time, 2 out of 3 times it would have worked out literally within the last hour, right? So these are the things you have to look at when you're back testing and studying the charts. Yeah, but now it's moving nice. It's all good. It is all good. This is also the upside of being already in profit for the week. You don't have to FOMO as hard or rush for setups because you're already up for the week, right? If y'all was on live stream yesterday, obviously we took the NAS100 setup that ended up tanking the entire day. Like we could have re-entered during New York session. You could have caught that setup during London session. Also, if y'all was in a live stream, GU when that's projected, remember somebody was looking for buys at 31.65. After price rejected this level again, a breakout trade would have fucked you up here again. But as you can see, after price broke and retested, what happened? Volume kicked in, exploded to the upside. Right? You could have caught a nice 1 to 4, possibly 1 to 6 if you would have caught the entire move. And then also GJ when that's projected yesterday. Let me make sure I'm unmuted because it'd be hilarious if I was muted. Okay, cool. GJ when that's projected yesterday as well. Again, repeated this move 3 times yesterday. And then also broke above 250 to the buy set it was talking about as well. Again, did it multiple times. Let's get rid of this. And that's just for when we're on TikTok. All right, so let's see what this next 15 looks like. So again, like I said, was either going to look for sales or wait for price to retrace and retest this level. Again, that's why we have these levels marked off. Again, what would have happened with a FOMO and broke out traded here? Would have got fucked up. All right, same thing here. We would have took a buy here. We'd be at a potential risk of getting our stop loss hit. Always wait for that retest. That's a nasty flip back up. So let's see how this 15 closes. It's a nasty flip. Again, as long as we can hold 3130 as resistance, I'm looking for sells. I'd want to see it retrace a little bit more before we take a setup, and then we see gold. And NAS is about to try to retest for us also. We got a few setups we're looking at here. So right now we're paying attention to GU, NAS, and gold. All right, we're looking for NAS to retest this level here. And we're also looking at GU to retest this level here. All right, let's see if we can get this retest right here. Let's see if we can hold this level as resistance. Let's see if we can hold right here, y'all. All right. Let's see. We see how price is reacting here. Let's see if we can hold. Again, we're only looking for sales if we can hold this level as resistance. If we don't, we're not taking a sell setup. Very simple. Very simple. Like the rejection there. NAS is pushing. Gold's trying to push up. So we're gonna be watching GU and gold right here. Let's see if we can break this level right here. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Yep, so again, this is why we want to wait for that retest. FOMO will get you nowhere, y'all. FOMO will get you nowhere. All right, so let's see this a little bit. I'll do like this. So. Yeah, I like this right here. NAS is trying to do a retest also. Yeah, this is retesting. Or 204. Yeah, I like this right here. The hell? Let's go ahead and meet that real quick. All right, back to our regular schedule. We got NAS still trying to retest. So we got GJ pushing up. So again, if GJ can break above and hold 203.50 as support, we're looking for guys going to 203.90. GU, we're only going to look for sales down here. If we don't break below that level, then we're going to look for buys at 31.65. Again, this is reversal territory. We do not want to take setups in reversal territory. I like this gold setup here. It's got some work to do, but it did do a retracement yesterday, which is nice. We broke out the downtrend, obviously, because we caught a nice buy on, what was it, Tuesday, Wednesday? What was it? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, Monday, Wednesday. All right, then we had a retracement. So I do like this buy setup here. And the NAS is still tanking to the downside. GU is very interesting. News would have been nice yesterday and today, but it's all good. We did just enter this gold setup. We got a new 5 and 15 about to pop up, so we're going to see how this plays out right here. And NAS is still tanking. Again, it's retraced, but it did not touch my level, which is why we didn't enter. So again, if it doesn't retest, we're just going to look for sales at the next entry point. That's all you got to do. Just like GU would have been a perfect example. If it was me like 4 years ago, GU probably would have blew my account within that 40 minutes of the London session, right? Because we had price was looking for after price closed to do the retest. I think exploded, hit our level. So we would have either FOMO that got a terrible position here, or would have FOMO to try to break out trade at this position, and then we would got wicked out. You see what I'm saying? So we could have took like 2 or 3 losses here, just due to FOMO and impatience. You get what I mean? So gold is struggling a little bit, but we're gonna see what this next 15 looks like. GU just hit a level. What the fuck? What the hell is GU up to? What the fuck is going on? Look at DJ too. There's no news right now. All right. Yeah, there's no news. So what the fuck is the charts up to? Look at this craziness. But even with this volume, look how price is still respecting my levels and reacting to my levels. This is crazy work. It's doing the moves we're looking for right now. But it's all good. We're just gonna wait for the retest. That's all it is too. That's hilarious. That's very interesting. Yeah, this would have fucked a lot of people up today. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Again, we got price reacting to this level. We got price reacting to this level. Gold pushing back up. Very interesting. Well, we're going to be looking to see if we can retest again 203.50. And then we're going to be looking to see if we can retest 31.65. Game plan still. Or if GJ does break above it, 203.90, we could look for buys there as well. I would much rather look for a buy setup. But if this is what GJ wants to do, I guess this is what GJ wants to do. Just hilarious. Look at that nasty ass wick. And then here goes TradingView trolling me. Y'all just saw I put this perfect buy entry. And TradingView said, you know what? Fuck that. Do it again. You're going to do it again. That's what TradingView said. Look at this retest right here. Look at that push up. Yeah, there's volume coming out the ass right now. Yep, so TradingView trolled me. So I had to redo my buy setup. At least it didn't fuck with my GJ buys. Again, look how GJ's reacting to this level. Gold's pushing. Nah, still trying to figure out his life. Now TradingView is glitching out. Come on now, what's going on? What is going on today? It is a Friday. Do not give up on me yet. It is a Friday. Alright. U15 just popped up. Very interesting start to the day. But again, even when we see these spikes, price still respects these levels, price still respects these rules. We're going to be on for a little bit longer. I do have to end the stream literally on time today because I do got a session right after this, right at 4. So I do have to end the stream a little bit earlier. Like I said last week, we will start having like at least 2 or 3 days out the week, where it's a little bit longer live streams. Again, we're not going to be on for like 5 hours or nothing like that. At least a couple hours, but today I do got to end it on time today. So again, if you got any questions, drop in the chat. When you need charts, drop in the chat. Hopefully y'all are learning something during these live streams, because again, don't just be in these live streams just waiting for me to say, okay, I'm buying, I'm selling. All right, pay attention to what I'm talking about. Pay attention to what the charts are doing, how they're reacting to my levels. All right, do not just be in here just waiting for me to say I'm in a trade. All right, because you're not going to learn anything that way. Look at this ring around the rosy. Put my buy ideas back up. I need to figure out why TradingView's been trolling me. Like my TPs and SLs are constantly getting fucked with. Like I know this was not the SL yesterday. I know this wasn't the SL yesterday. Oh, look at that perfect retest on GJ right there. Actually like that setup. If it can hold, that is. So GC is actually interesting. Today, GC is moving smoother than gold, which is usually the opposite. It's very interesting. Let's see if we can hold this level right here. Mark is moving. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, so we took that gold buy. GC hit a few levels, hit a few TVs, but gold did not, which is very, very, very interesting. So for the futures traders, for one of the few times y'all up before the forex side, right? Because GC hit the next zone versus gold did not break and hit the next zone, which is very interesting. But we're going to hold the SRTP like always. Let's see how this 15 closes. You did a nice retouch right there. I'm liking this GBJ setup right here. Yeah, I like this setup here. So I like both these setups here. We're gonna see how this closes. Again, I do have to end this in a little bit, but if we can hold 31.65 as support, looking at G, we could look for buys going back up to the highs here at 31.85. And then if GJ can hold 203.50 as support, we're going to look for buys going back up to the highs at 203.85, 203.90. Now this looks like it's about to try to do that retest for us. Again, with gold, we did not hit TPs with this yet, but we hit like TP 3 or 4 on the GC future side, which is very interesting because usually it'd be the other way around. We hit Forex side, indice side first, then the future side. But today's the opposite. GC hit some TPs before the indice Forex side. And then we got this retest on NAS finally about to play out. There's that touch. So we're about to see if we can close and hold this low as resistance. If NAS can hold 24.900 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 24.800. Yeah, so we got GU and GJ about to do something for us. Yeah, I like GU and GJ. The NAS. Retouch this level. Let me go ahead and get Zoom going. All right, y'all. So like I said, I got a session I got to get ready for. So again, we're going to be looking to see if the next 15 and the next hour we can hold these two levels of support on GU and GJ. And then we're going to be seeing if NAS can hold this level as resistance. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody who's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my signatures or mentorship programs, y'all know what to do. Click that first link in the description. But yeah, we'll be back at it next week. Do not waste the weekend. Like I always say, do not waste the weekend. Make sure to review and check out the playlist. All playlists are up to date. Yeah, I like these two setups right here. All right, we out.